very smart emotionally, Victor Wembanyama opens up on training with Hakeem Olajuwon and trash-talking legend Kevin Garnett. Victor Wembanyama continues to prove that he's not just one of the most gifted players of his generation, but also one of the most curious students of the game. The San Antonio Spurs' 7'4" star has spent his off-season learning from some of basketball's greatest minds. His training sessions with Hall of Famers Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin Garnett captured the imagination of fans, especially after viral clips surfaced of the French phenom going through intense workouts and animated conversations with the NBA legends. On Friday, Wembanyama provided deeper insight into what those experiences meant for him. Speaking candidly, he described how much he absorbed from both Olajuwon and Garnett and why their mentorship could be pivotal to his growth heading into the new season. Wembanyama on Kevin Garnett, very smart emotionally. One of the clips that grabbed attention online featured Wembanyama in a passionate courtside conversation with Kevin Garnett. The former Boston Celtics champion and NBA trash-talking icon is known for his intensity, raw energy, and fearless competitiveness. For a young player like Wembanyama, training under someone with Garnett's edge was as much about mindset as it was about skill. He's very smart emotionally, Wembanyama said when describing Garnett's influence. It's not just about what he did on the court, but how he approached the game with fire, passion, and intensity. He knows how to push you to a place where you have to give more of yourself. The Frenchman added that Garnett's insights weren't just about footwork or rebounding techniques, they were about channeling emotion in a productive way, using it as fuel rather than a distraction. For Wembanyama, who is already under the microscope as the NBA's most hyped young talent, learning to manage the emotional side of competition could be just as important as any skill he develops. Wembanyama's work with Hakeem Olajuwon. If Garnett offered emotional wisdom and competitive spirit, Hakeem Olajuwon brought timeless technical mastery. Known as one of the most graceful big men in NBA history, Olajuwon carved out a Hall of Fame career with his unstoppable dream shake, a move that remains legendary decades later. Wembanyama, in awe of the 62-year-old Rockets icon, reflected on the value of that training. Hakeem has still got it, he said with a smile. It was incredible. His advice felt natural. I was absorbing everything every day. Even though it was just a few days, it was super useful. The Spurs' rising star hinted that fans might see his own adaptation of Olajuwon's famous move. When asked if he would unveil a Vic shake, he replied confidently, "Yeah, of course." With his 8'1" wingspan and smooth coordination, Wembanyama already has the tools to shoot over defenders with ease. Adding a variation of the dream shake to his arsenal could give him an even more devastating weapon against both quick defenders and physical big men. Overcoming setbacks and building for the future. Wembanyama's off-season journey took on extra significance after his rookie campaign ended abruptly. Following the All-Star break, the Spurs initially sidelined him due to illness. Further tests revealed a blood clot issue, cutting his season short and raising concerns about his long-term health. Rather than letting the setback discourage him, Wemby turned the time off into an opportunity for growth. He focused on conditioning, even spending time with Shaolin monks to improve discipline and mental strength, before diving into workouts with Garnett and Olajuwon. By the time he reported for Spurs Media Day, he admitted his training had been brutal but also described it as essential preparation for his return. The promise of the Vic shake. Olajuwon's dream shake is etched in NBA lore as one of the most elegant and effective moves ever devised by a big man. It combined perfect footwork, deceptive head fakes, and balance that left defenders guessing. Countless players have tried to imitate it, but few have done so with consistency. With Wembanyama's unique height, mobility, and shooting touch, the prospect of a Vic shake excites fans and analysts alike. His ability to shoot over opponents is already unfair. Adding layers of deception and low-post trickery could make him nearly impossible to guard one-on-one. Ready for the next chapter. As the Spurs prepare for the 2025-26 season, all eyes are once again on Wembanyama. His rookie year showed flashes of generational potential, and now, after an off-season spent learning from two of the most skilled and intense big men the NBA has ever seen, expectations are higher than ever. More importantly, Wembanyama seems to understand the deeper lessons. From Garnett, he learned how to sharpen his competitive fire. From Olajuwon, he absorbed timeless wisdom about skill and creativity. Together, those lessons could shape him into not just a dominant scorer, but a complete player capable of carrying a franchise. I was just absorbing it every day, Wemby said. It felt natural. For a player of his talent, that natural progression might be the scariest part for opponents. The Vic shake may just be the beginning of a new chapter in NBA history.